All right, so we are live. Hello, hello. My lighting is a bit dim. I'm finally using my new laptop, which I'm so excited for. So hopefully, sound is good. Hold on, I'm adjusting my camera over here so I'm more centered and stuff like that. All right, just getting used to my new stuff. Okay, so this again is another important topic that I have. Hold on, to straighten myself up a little bit. And this is about ending the obsession within your connection, the obsession of the other person. Okay, I want to talk about the obsession first. Okay, all right. Um, Bear with me. New stuff, right? Okay, so when you think about it and how this journey unfolds and the stories that you hear, how similar they are. uh Let me see. All right, so I widened my screen, but you know what, that I'm not sure if I can see the comments. Let's see how this goes, and then I'll shorten my screen again. um we'll see. Take a look at, oh wait, hold on a second. um Okay, says the chat will appear in the comment. All right, we'll see. We'll see. I'll go back and see if there's something that I had missed. All right, and so when you think about it, the obsessive thinking and how either your person went through it, um, you did, you both had, even though it might feel like the other one didn't. It just makes it seem like it's a part of the journey. When I know certainly when I sit back and I look at it and I was like, this happens so much in this connection, that where one person is just thinking a lot about the other. It just seems like it comes with the journey. And this is one of the reasons why I would never, you wouldn't hear it from me, put anyone down, say anything negative about anyone who's experiencing obsessive thinking, has trouble with it, and all this kind of stuff. I wouldn't do that, because it just seems like it's a part of the journey. This is a journey of the divine feminine. Okay. It's a journey of the divine feminine coming back within his or herself. It's not gender specific. Most of the time it's a woman, but it doesn't have to be. And things like that. Just coming into her own, just really moving within herself and trusting her intuition, in general. Well, his or her intuition and so forth. And it really is about that. And when obsessive thinking occurs, okay, I didn't see the comments. I shortened the screen and now I can see them. Hi, Liz. Hi, Maria. All right. You know, don't judge yourself. If you're experiencing that, if you've humiliated yourself in the past, a lot of us had. I certainly did with the obsessive thinking, the whole pulling, the connection, and everything. Just stop. Stop with all that story and just know that you are totally normal, and you're experiencing the journey as it's intended to be. Like wherever it is, whatever is happening to you, whatever has happened in the past is as it's intended to be, and let go of judging that and begin to really understand that this is about you, and to really, really, as much as you can, let go of the idea of trying to have a relationship with this person and trying to be in a relationship and so forth. Okay, even if your intuition is telling you, yes, it's meant to be, yes, this is what's going to happen, and you're seeing visions of the future, you're hearing from their higher selves all kinds of things and stuff like that. Yes, ultimately it leads into that. But when you sit on the idea of it unfolding as a relationship and you keep looking at that, you overlook the real reason you're on this journey, which is to experience that connection with yourself. Okay, the real reason you're on this journey is with yourself, and your twin flame just simply mirrors that to you, mirrors your connection with yourself to you. Okay, and I can say so much about that. Like, if I don't remember, someone remind me to come back to that, about the whole your twin flame mirroring you thing. Okay, because, all right, I guess I'll touch upon it now. We like to believe oh my goodness, the divine masculine and the connection is going to be like, oh my God, why are you saying these things? All right. Because I see these things, I see them, and it works. When you're aligning with yourself, when you're balancing your energy, that stuff works. It works. And so we tend to believe that this person is separated. Okay. Is just a different, like, I recommend that you take a moment, do this after you watch this video, and think of what that means to you. That unity consciousness, that one, that they are you, your twin flame is you. What does that mean? Like, really take a look at that, at what it means, and get familiar with it. Because it is a concept that's hard to grasp until you actually see it happening. When you pay attention, you can see it happening. Okay. And hi, Facebook user Natalie. And honestly, I feel like I have to open up my Facebook to, unless you want to stay private, that's fine. If you want to put your name, it's cool. It just shows up on my end here as Facebook user. Okay. Oh, I see it now. Oh, I see who it is. All right. And hi, Maria and Tatiana. I see you guys. All right, wonderful. All right. Because they really are you. All right. So while you're in this mindset that this is a separate person from you, if you pay attention to your story and you're saying they, he, she, it's she's this, she's that, she's doing them. In a way, you're seeing separation. All right. When you are aligning with yourself, it's like the person pulls in. When you're not in alignment, you see them as distant. When you're thinking negative thoughts, you see them as distant. When your insecurities are showing up, they appear to be distant. When you're healing all of this stuff, it's like, woo. I like to look at it this way. And you can question me on it and say, Esheen, I don't know. That's risky thinking. I don't know. If it doesn't resonate with you, it just doesn't resonate with you. That this person really just follows your energy, and that's it. And so when you're having the negative thoughts, you're feeling insecure, you're wondering, are they really going to, and all this kind of stuff, and they show that to you, it hurts, right? And you're just like, why are they doing that? Ask. Take a moment and ask. Ask them, why do you do that? I bet you won't really have an answer. Perhaps your twin will give you an answer. You can ask and see if something comes up. They might be like, I don't know. I don't know why I feel this way. I don't know. Okay. Because it is energy that creates your reality with this connection. You, just you, your energy. You. Somebody asked me, is it them as well? In that case, I sure would like to look at it that way. I definitely will. And perhaps it is. And so forth. But the majority of the time, I don't see it that way. And when I started to understand it, that's what shifted things even in my own connection, where I was like, wow, this is me. This is me. That's my energy. That's your energy in the connection. Okay. And all right. So when you're having this obsessive thinking about your twin, it takes you away from yourself. You can't connect with both. It's like you either have this deep connection with yourself or you're feeling deeply connected to the physical body out there. And it moves you away from yourself. All right. At this point, I just hope they're happy. I love them. I love myself. Whew, I'd love to talk about that. I talk about this one, Natalie, because it appears that way. Okay. It appears that way. Your healing is so significant in this because, It feels unfair, right? It feels unfair with the universe. You're like, why can't I just get this right so they can just show up and things like that, right? I really just want to get it right. And this journey is making me feel like I'm doing something wrong, and all of this kind of stuff. Like, I get it. I get the frustration with it. But this connection is healing everything within yourself that has been there and out of alignment, and has put you in situations that you just could not stand, and now you're having to face those things, because that's what this connection is showing you. And when you come to really understand just how significant this is, how much of an impact this is, I say, like, when your blessings are pouring in because of the work that you've been doing, because it's coming for you. Okay, there's a reason for all of this. It's coming for you. You're going to understand why things happened the way that they did. And at that point, you might be like, thank you, universe. I didn't see it. I didn't get it, but I truly do. This connection leads you into experiencing the greatest connection with yourself than you ever will. But you got to give yourself a chance and let go of looking at them and repeating stories of what happened in the past, what you're currently seeing. It's this, is that, and all this kind of stuff. Just really move into yourself. Now, there is this idea, oh, they're happy. They're happy doing their own thing. I will tell you this, and it's from experience and the things that I hear from divine masculines who come forward and they're open and honest about what they've been experiencing. It's really hard hearing one thing, feeling something, feeling this connection with someone, and feeling like it's unattainable. Something is keeping you away. You just can't seem to connect. You don't know why. And it's like you're living two life. One where it looks like you're happy. Maybe there's someone else in the picture or whatever the case. And another where deep down that's where you belong. Okay, I want my fingers. That's where you belong. Because you feel the connection. Connection is not something created or it just grows over time. It will feel that way with someone. But when you are connected with someone who is meant for you to experience a connection with, this is from the beginning. This is right away. It's like, there's something about this person. Like, what is it about this person? I don't know what this is about this person. Because the connection was there. It just is. It just exists. And that's it. And you felt it. They felt it too. Before the ego kicks in and say, okay, maybe I'm making stuff up. Maybe I'm imagining things. Maybe I'm wrong. And look at how perfect they look. Your twin, you're saying your twin's happy. They're saying you're happy. You're each looking at each other's life like, oh, they must be so happy. And things like that, right? Because our ego will say these things. All right. So going back to this topic of ending the obsessive thinking, it's doable, guys. It's very possible. It's very possible for you to be in soul and a whole lot less of the ego, to silence the ego, to eliminate fear within your connection, because you can experience fear. It's a normal part of life, but when you have it in your connection, it's destructive. Okay? It just is. This connection has no place for fear. None. Simply unconditional love. But then it's like fear is a normal part of life. It happens. You have fear. The ego says things. It happens. You're looking at them and you're just like telling yourself stories about them. It happens. All of this, it's you're human. These things happen. But guess what? You can't be human in this connection. Can't be human in this connection. Okay? I fully feel we will be together, but right now we're not. I just want him to be happy right now. This video is pausing and lagging, by the way. Oh no. Oh, it's better now. Oh, I hope so. It's not, usually it shows me that in this end. If this is happening, then either I have to restart the laptop or just use a different device. I have to do like a test run. I hope you all are seeing this okay. You know what? Let me close some other things. see if that helps in a way. But if I had restarted, it would have been so much better. Okay, I'll be back. I'm so happy I caught live, not lagging for me. Okay, all right. And okay, so coming back to this, how you can heal it. Very, very important for you to heal it. Obsessive thinking takes you away from you, yourself, from the things that bring you joy, from okay, thank you. Oh, hi. So glad you're here. Says Luna Lotus. And it's like giving your power away. And I move away from the word. I use the word power to help you understand it, but it's more of authenticity of who you really are and being grounded in that. Being able to go through your daily life, like functioning well and having that connection with yourself and experiencing more joy in life. This is what obsessive thinking does. And it's not, if you find that you obsessively think about your twin, you're obsessively thinking about other things in your life too. Whether it's money or you're over worrying, overthinking, and all this kind of stuff, this connection just shows it in you, but it's likely it's happening somewhere else. Okay, is definitely not human. Everything is perfect with the video. All right, thank you, everyone. Okay, so how do you end this? How do you end it? I will have to tell you, it requires consistent effort. Let go of thinking everything you hear out there is a piece of cake. Whoever sells you this piece of cake story, I know my teaching sometimes will say that, but I really want you to watch again. Okay, I have my challenge coming out, my Attract Your Twin Flame and Manifest Your Dreams 14-day challenge. Watch it again. Register for it. Keep watching it. A lot of you out there who are members already, I have to give you a new link because I did move the course to a new site and that kind of stuff. Sometimes you just need to hear the message again, or perhaps when you reach a certain point in your journey, the message clicks. Whereas the first time you watch it, you're just like, okay, all right, I think I'm doing it. And then later you watch it again. Wow, I didn't see that. I didn't catch that. I didn't understand that. Those tools are there for you to really help you to go within, to connect with your inner child, to heal what's being shown. And you're raising your vibration and all of this. Everything is inside of you. There is no mentioning about going after the person, telling them telling them everything, unless your soul guides you to. Everything is within yourself, because that's what your connection is. Okay, healing matters so much. Healing that obsessive thinking, coming back, matters so much, because that push energy is super hard and frustrating to deal with. It really is. When you're obsessively thinking about them and they're feeling that energy and so forth, even if they don't realize they're feeling it, like for example, if another person's in the picture, hate for that to happen. It happens. And you're worried that, whoa, they must like them, or and they're hearing their intuition and they want to follow it, but something just keeps them going in that direction. Super frustrating. Heal the thoughts that you have, the connection with yourself, heal them. All right. So that this person feels pulled in the right direction, but you're doing it for you. Don't do it for them. Okay. And there's nothing fun about feeling like you're not living the path for you. Like you're running from yourself. Nothing fun about that. All right. You guys are waiting for the juicy part, but let me read the comments a little bit here. At this point, I don't fear the connection, but the people that are involved all around us, it's like always never a chance to have a serious conversation, even when she is like in front of my face. Connect with your intuition. Connect with the universe. Make it happen. You are the universe, right? Be in connection and follow your intuition. Have it help you out. And he's the first thing that pumps in my mind when I wake up and the last thing in the evening. Is this normal? Is it obsessive thinking too? Okay, that is not obsessive thinking. Okay, let's clarify things. You feel a connection with someone, you're going to think about them sometimes. They're going to think about you. You pop up in each other's minds because there's a connection. You feel a connection. It's, it exists. Obsessive thinking is when you're asking yourself, is it here yet? When are they coming? Looking at your phone, I don't see a message yet. When are they going to message me? What's taking them so long? Like, I need them in my life right now. Like, I need to feel complete and whole and have them right here, right now. Anything like that implies that you're not connected with each other already. That constant, I need to feel complete. They complete me. Where are they? I want to get my life moving and all this kind of stuff. Obsession, obsession, obsession. I always like to give an example using other things. Money, for example. Money is divine masculine energy, by the way. So same thing applies. Where's the money? I need it. I need it right now. I need money. And is there money? I don't know if there's money. I feel I'm broke. I can't afford that. And the constant worry and talk about money. Well, guess what's not showing up? Money. Okay. Any obsession towards anything pushes it away. And like, I gotta have it. It needs to be, any of that pushes it away. All right. So how do you heal that? Why do you feel a need to have this person in your life? What are they going to fulfill for you? What are they fulfilling? Is it feeling loved? I know some of you are like, companionship. Okay, I need to have a partner on my side. I'm getting older and I need someone to snuggle with and all this kind of stuff. I know. But what's the deeper reason here? Is it because you want to feel loved, cared for? What is it? What are you looking for in that connection that you feel like is not in you already? And you can get to this when you connect with your inner person, because you might be like, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what it really is. Like, I can't get to the heart of that. Guess who knows? Your inner person. Connect with your inner person. You'll find out, because this person needs that thing. Okay, your little person inside says, I need love and attention and care, and had become so used to receiving that from outside of you, or trying to get it from outside of you, your parents, your caretakers when you're younger, like, love me, give me, I need attention, give me. And every relationship leading up to this, that person replaced your parent in a way, where your inner person is still like, I didn't get it. It wasn't there. Not enough of it was around. I need it. Okay. And then you start looking for that in someone outside of yourself. What is it that your inner person needs? And begin to give it to them. Okay. All right. That's one step. There's so many of it. That is one. Another is consciously making the effort to focus on yourself. Okay. You wake up in the morning. I'm me. I'm fabulous. Me. Connection. Being within your body. Begin to experience life from inside of your body. You do so much of this outside stuff, like keeping everybody happy. You're doing whatever it is, multitasking. Your boss, you gotta do whatever for your boss, but where are you in the equation? Who's doing for you? Okay. And you might be like, well, I need a partner too. Your partner isn't going to do for you that you're not doing for yourself. I'll tell you that. Your twin flame especially is not going to do for you that you're not doing for yourself, because they mirror you. So when you are ignoring yourself, You might find yourself begging for attention. Come on, give me attention, give me attention. I need it, I need it, I need it. Okay? Because it'll look like they're ignoring you. All right. When you put yourself in the back burner, you put yourself last, you haven't fully trusted yourself. All of this gets mirrored outside of you. Don't wait for anyone to give you those things. Be the one to give it to yourself, and it's reflected back to you. The people outside of you is simply a reflection of within. So get to know yourself. Get to know who's in there. Who's in your body? That person that you've been ignoring a lot. Take some time to really connect with this person. Okay? So another thing is to just let yourself know the consequence of overthinking. You know, I can go on and on. There's like so many of it. During my challenge, I do provide about 14 different techniques that you can use to shift yourself within, and also how to connect with your inner child in a deep way that really shifts fast. You connect with your inner person, the shift is that quickly. So I will put a link below. I meant to do that before getting in here, but I'll have it there. Any changes you do or you want to have, you connect with your inner person, it's like that. All right? Because your inner child represents that part of your subconscious mind that's remembering these things. And when you connect with that part, it begins to shift. And you don't even have to try to change your reality. It just does. So you'll be looking at your reality like, did that just happen? Did they just say that? Did they just like, really? And you're feeling like you're in heaven simply because you changed that part of your subconscious mind that's holding on to a belief that doesn't align with you and your journey, that doesn't resonate. And you do that through your inner child. Your inner child helps you find that particular spot right there that you forgot about. You don't even remember. You know, when people connect with their inner child, they're like, I feel like I'm making this up. Like, is this even real? Yeah. Yeah. You forgot, but your subconscious mind doesn't. And your inner child is that bridge to help you connect with that spot. Okay. And so fear, no, I meant to say ego. Ego creates disconnect with everybody. This is not a twin flame related thing. Your ego, I mean, a little bit of it normal. It's normal with life. Your ego, when it gets into that, they don't want this, they, it's not working. I give up, I quit. It's like overstepping your intuition. Your intuition is like, hey, you know, because that's how the intuition talks to you, right? It's like, hey, this is what's happening, okay? And you have to really quiet yourself to hear it. But your intuition, your ego works differently. It's like, I'm here to destroy. And it's, you know, by destroying, I'm safe. By destroying, I'm protected from everything being destroyed on its own. Why let anything get destroyed, be destructive when I can make it happen right now? So that way I know what's going to happen. Okay? Because if relying on the intuition is the unknown, I don't like, your intuition comes in, you're just like, I don't know if I can believe that. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to unfold. That's right. You don't know. With your intuition, you don't know. That's exactly how it goes. With your ego, you do know. It's not going to end well. They're not going to whatever. And you know, I won't manifest it here on my channel, but the ego wants to create the situation so that it knows. It's like that part of you that has to know. I have to know it. Okay? Let go of having to know it. You cannot silence the ego without looking into it. I don't care what anyone says. If you shove it to the side and you just simply tell yourself, you know, no, that's not true. and not understand why it's showing up in the first place and healing it from the root, guess what? It shows up again because it exists somewhere there in your subconscious mind. That thought exists in there. So when you're healing what the ego is showing you, it stops showing up. And you're able to relax more in your body and within this connection, because your intuition will continue to guide you. And now when the ego has been silenced, you can hear yourself. And then you work on building that trust with your intuition. This is one of the things even I had to come to learn when I said, you know what, I'm letting go of connection outside of myself, and I'm going to work on healing that connection within me first. Okay. And it's a stepping stone for anyone who either ran from themselves or ran from the connection. You know, run from yourself, chasing. I call it running from yourself. You reach a moment where you are just like, let me silence the noise, because I need to figure out what's going on in here. Okay. And when you reach that point, it feels magical, scary, a little bit scary, because you're connecting with yourself. You know, that may not be something that you are used to doing, and so now that you have to stay in your body, it's like it's like it's weird in here. Ooh. It's different. Okay. But it's so necessary so that you're building that connection with yourself. You can't get that by thinking about them all the time. Let that go. You can't get that. All right. And let's see. Lost my divinity as soon as I understand I am a twin flame, and now I feel just helpless as I can't regain my divinity again. I certainly recommend healing. You know, there's so many benefits to it, because there are certain things within yourself you may not know that's there or be able to connect with it unless you're receiving guidance, and very good guidance. I can help you find it and connect with it again. It's there. It's within yourself. And my twin text saying he was sorry, he needs to talk to me, and that he has been scared too. And I was so in mind, it put me in so much, I pushed him away. That's why I feel I need detachment. Sure. You say, I feel. I always believe feeling comes from your soul. Anytime you find yourself saying, I feel, it comes from your soul. What I truly recommend is healing the reason you push them away. There's something within yourself, something unhealed that caused that to happen. Okay. It's in you. It's usually comes from history, usually comes from something that you were taught about connection, about yourself. Okay. Because this is, you know, I have a video I'm going to release on this. I actually just recorded the video. Was it today? Believe it, today I recorded it. It's an edited mode. Okay. So I'll have that out soon. There's another video before that. As you're coming into reunion, you will find that a part of you pushes it away. If it doesn't resonate with you, please clear it from you're like, no, I didn't push anything away. That's not me. Don't even invite that thought or anything. If that is you, especially what you have said, Natalie, you're coming into reunion and it's like, oh, I don't know. This is actually normal, because what this connection does is it brings up your deepest fears and worries and so forth. It's a part of it, because in order to experience that inner union, that peace, that harmonious connection with the person you feel connected with, all of that stuff can't be there The negative voices, the ego, the fears around connection, everything, all of that cannot be there. So this connection is going to push it out of you. And many of us, I was guilty of it, crying, I can't do this, I'm going to get hurt, or something like that, and just simply run away from it. Like, I can't go into that fear. It feels like it's too much. It's too painful. You know, whatever pain that was there in your connection before is going to show up again. Whatever pain had caused the two of you to go distant is going to show up again. I'm letting you know that now from the bottom of my heart, because I went through it and I did not understand when I was going through it. I was just like, forget this. And a whole year went by. I dived deep into work. I was like, I'm just not even going to bother. Until, well, did a whole year, 6 months went by, 6 months, until the universe came again and stuff like that. And I didn't know what was going on. And so I teach it to you so you know. When you are coming into reunion and the ego kicks in and you want to push your twin flame away, look into that fear and heal it. That's all it's doing. It's coming up to be healed. Okay. And yes, detaching helps you heal faster, because now you're in solitude. You're within yourself and you're taking a look at what is in here, what's going on, and healing that. What if assuming they're just not your twin and being able to let go that way, or just giving up not to be an ideal way? Like, do you have to trust in reunion? Like, wouldn't abandoning the idea work? All right. Let go of it being a relationship. Let go of it. Let go of the title if you have to, twin flame. You know, it's part of my job. I use twin flame. It has a deeper meaning to me because it's changing the earth. The connection does not feel like soulmate. The universe has so much hands on this connection than you ever know. So to me, it's twin flame. For you, you don't have to use that terminology. View it as though it's a connection with yourself. And just move into the self, just the self. Let that person go. If you can do that, you will begin to feel better. Let that person go. And some of you might be like, why? Why do you have to let that person go? It's a journey of you. It is a journey of you. It's all. All right. And they just mirror that to you. Okay. And do you need them to mirror it to you? Probably not. For whatever reason, the universe, God, created this, well, mirrors with everybody. Okay, well, I guess you can look at it that way. Yeah, sure. Mirror you, so that you are coming into alignment with the highest version of yourself. What I invite you to do is to begin to see the connection in everyone, not specific twin flame, see that you are connected with everyone, not just this one person. And how are they reflecting your inner you? What are they showing? The things you are saying about people, they're this, they're that, they're such a jerk, or they're not listening, they don't hear me. Look for it inside of you. Okay, if that can help you to really move away from this one particular person. I always like to take the attention off of this one person, and if you find me discussing twin flame with you, is to help you gain clarity, but ultimately go within as much as you possibly can. Okay, and so how can you experience connection when you're in yourself? It's like, oh, I'm a robot and I'm just in myself and they're over here. I can't connect. No, you're connecting with them in the most authentic version of yourself, because you have that connection with yourself. And I advise all of you to practice this with the people who are in your life. Don't make it about your twin flame. It's a connection with it's you. It's how you are connecting with yourself, and you allow other people to connect with you, and your twin just like just gravitates towards you. You know, don't make it about them. Make it about you. All right. And this journey is not easy by any means, but the healing and journey has been so worth it. The lessons my twin taught me 10 years ago apply present day like no other. Certainly. Absolutely. Speaking riddles. Am I speaking riddles? It's been a long day. It's fine. I'll speak riddles. And why does divine masculine get angry with his divine feminine? Well, it depends. It depends. Alonzo, and you're the one asking that question. All right. It depends on the situation. I would have to know more about it. Okay. But certainly does happen. I barely think of him low, only when I get hit with signs and see his name everywhere. It's been almost 9 months. I have moved on. LOL. It's fine. Do follow your inner voice, your feelings. Don't do anything to be spiteful. How does it feel on the other side of Sheen? I know there's always healing, but how do you feel after all the growth and healing? Wonderful. I do have to admit that it does feel wonderful. The journey to get there was very long and painful, lots of tears shed, tons of crying, panicking, you name it, all of that. Feeling, oh, it was a very, very long road. Okay. And I'm certainly here for it to assist you with that. And we are not obsessed with soulmates, but twin flame because it's the same energy, so we crave it, even if it's already within us. With soulmates, we feel heartbroken, but with twin flame, like soul broken. This isn't with everyone. I do have to admit that it's not everyone. People can forget. I'm just saying that. Like, if in the universe has a lot to do with it. They mask, put the blinds to the connection, and the person's not even aware. It's like, I feel connected with someone, but they're able to move on until the universe comes in and that's it, breaks it off, changes their world, flip the world upside down, and no longer can they feel that pull towards anybody else, and so forth. But it does happen. All right. Natalie, take your time. He took the time to say sorry. That means a lot. Mine's professed his love months ago and then ghost and ran. Haha. All right. You know, I can understand what Natalie is saying. Let me clarify what happens. All right, Natalie, this may be in your defense, but let me know if it's not, okay? Because people will be like, the greatest connection of all. And your twin flame is opening up to you. Why are you pushing them away? Like, wouldn't you want to experience this connection? Fear. All right. Trauma is awful. I was going to use the worst words, but being on YouTube, I will try to keep this clean. Trauma is awful. Whatever trauma that is within yourself that pushes away connection, that comes to play. Like, and it's not you doing it. It's not like you want to. Okay? When this kind of stuff happens, when the ego gets in there, when the fear of whatever it is, fear of he's going to change up his mind. He's going, I don't know what story was playing in your mind when you push him away, but it is very real. And if you can do things any other way, because I've been there myself too. Like, just make it all go away. Is it really true? Is it really true that there is this person who just whatever story is in your mind, all right? But it's caused by fear. And this connection shows you your deepest fears. Heal them, okay? So going back to TJ, you said yours profess his love and it ghosts and ran. Ghosting happens when someone can't connect with their emotions. They don't know how to. It feels scary and painful to go into that pain. It's like a lot. It comes from history of being heartbroken, history of being judged for who they are, criticized, or whatever the case, that if they open up, they're going to get judged. They're going to whatever. And you might be like, I was the safest person for them. I opened up, I expressed my feelings, I did all of this kind of stuff. But there is what I call the trauma lens. It's like you're doing those wonderful things, but let's say an argument occurs, a disagreement happens, or you have these thoughts that push him away that you didn't realize you were having these thoughts, okay? But he picked up on it. That's what he sees. That's what the trauma connects him with. The trauma isn't going to have him see that nice stuff that you did. You're the wonderful treatment. Trauma lens. They see your connection through that lens. Oh boy, it's happening again. I'm getting judged. I'm getting whatever it is, whatever experience they had from the past, and it feels so familiar in you, like it's happening again. And this is something that happens on a subconscious mind. So he may not even be aware that he's going through this. He might not even be aware that he ghosted and ran. Happened to me. Had no idea. Because the pain is deep. Whatever had occurred, the pain is deep, and he didn't know how to open up to talk about it. Perhaps thought that if he opens up and says something, you're going to run away. And he can't deal. It's like intense fear of rejection. Let me go so I can avoid you going. So I'll do it. Ghosting, it's not right. It's not fair. But that is my little story behind the ghosting. It does require healing. I can explain from my own experience what opened my eyes, started to remove the trauma lens for myself, was my favorite speaker out there. You guys hear me talk about him, Stefan Speaks. Hey, Stefan, visit my channel. When he had this video about, I forget how many number of things a man does when he cares about you. And I watched the video and I was like, oh, check. I was like, oh my God, I didn't see those. The trauma will have you see the negative that pops up and overlook the positives. But when you're healing, you switch that and you begin to see the positive in someone instead of focusing a lot more on the negative things that are going on. And this isn't just twin flame related, this can be, let's say if you have this roommate, the two of you can't get along with each other for whatever reason, and you find yourself just constantly negative talking about them. They this, and you don't look at the positive of what's going on. We have to switch to begin to see the positive, unless there really is nothing positive in someone we feel connected with. Stop looking for the negative. Looking for the negative in someone constantly pushes away connection. It's like your mind is trained to be disconnected. So it's like subconsciously, let me find the negative so I can start to run and stuff like that. Someone who has been running from themselves, has been running from connection like their whole life. Even if they had a serious relationship that lasted, 20 years, I don't care. They've been running from themselves. They never really knew how to connect deeply, how to go inside. Because once they're able to go into that pain, and believe me, it is painful when you decide, because the universe told me, they were like, you have to figure it out. You need to stop running. You need to stop hiding yourself and that kind of stuff. So then I had to learn how to go into that pain and speak. No matter what I thought it was going to be perceived, how it was going to be taken, it didn't matter anymore because it was my truth. Even if I had fear of opening up, do it anyways. Okay? Because without that, there can't be connection with anyone. And I don't care who it is. It's not even twin flame related. When you keep hiding your feelings and hiding yourself, and you get so good at hiding your feelings that you don't even know what you're feeling anymore. You've been hiding them for so long and stuff like that. You can't build a deep connection that way. So that's my little schmeal right there on the twin flame who professes love because he feels it, and then ghosted because trauma made him do it, that he needs to heal from, and is a reflection of where you need healing as well, with opening up with your truth. Don't sugarcoat your truth. Get to know yourself, your feelings, and the truth that's inside of you. Begin to connect with that. All right. I love, forward to giving myself everything from this moment forward. Give yourself. And when you are doing this, and you're not, don't do it with intentions on getting him back. No intentions. Everybody here watching this, do not put intentions on getting the person back. This is for you. This is for you experiencing your best life, healing, so that you're improving connection around you, so that life feels different and wonderful. Like I'm telling you, when you do this, things shift. Your reality changes. It's amazing. At least in my world, it is. It's amazing. The things I never thought will happen are happening. And I no longer feel alone. I no longer feel like no one cares. No one's going to hear me. Why should I say anything? Or they're just going like, none of that exists anymore. And this is what you are healing. Let go of that relationship and work on building that best connection with yourself and the people around you. It's amazing. All right. And I never thought of it like that. Okay. Soulmates don't make me happy. I don't feel anything going on dates. Okay. This is real. This is very real. What was it? I have to think back into this. When I hear messages like, oh, you shouldn't wait, you should date other people, and all this stuff, not said to me. When I hear it from people, if I'm watching someone else's video and they're saying like, you should just go date and things like that. Yeah, sure. When you're unaware of what this connection really is, or you still have some lessons. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not putting it down. I'm not putting it down. If you are here and you're like, well, I feel drawn to this person, and whatever, you want to wrap up some things that you still need to have until you're in this serious relationship, do you? I am speaking from experience, obviously, because I was able to connect with soulmates. For years, twin flame was at the back of my mind until the universe came and it was just like, let's get to it, and so forth. And I met that karmic soulmate and high level soulmate. For a while, it was like with these three in my mind, and that kind of stuff: the karmic, the high level, and the twin flame. And I was like, okay. Anyways, when the universe showed and put me through enough experiences, I hit a point where I was like, no more soulmates. Mm-mm. Even if one came my way, I was like, no, thank you. Like, go away. I'm done. Okay. And some of you might relate with this, when you're just like, well, I guess I'm going to be a nun. if this doesn't come through, or I guess I just have to accept, and that I'm just going to be in that space, right? And that kind of stuff, because the universe was not playing. The universe wasn't playing. It's like the amount of nightmares I would have with soulmates. They would show nightmares, the messages, wrong way, wrong direction. You're going down the wrong way. Choose your path. My life feeling unaligned, living this double, felt like a double life. One person here, but being pulled somewhere else, like being pulled. And stuff like that. So I can definitely understand that. Soulmates not making you don't feel anything, because your soul knows it's okay. The next part is to begin to heal yourself. Follow your intuition. Let your intuition guide you. The universe will guide you, and allow that to take place. Come into alignment and so forth. All right. And I don't have it in me anymore. Yep. All right. This is all real. This is real. And I am looking forward to giving myself everything I need from this moment forward. Honestly, I see all the neglect and glad to see it. All right. Awesome. And if you don't let go, there will be a point that will show you to let go by, for example, showing up in a relationship, being happily ever after in front of you. You got it. And when I say that, it's like, I'm not trying to manifest it in your connection. I'm just saying, when you have a really hard time and there's like a little part of you that's like, I still have this obsessive thinking and it's okay, I'm just going to be in it a little bit, the universe will show you. And when the universe steps in, it's painful. I would love to talk about, okay, I'll talk about the universe in a somewhat positive way, okay? It's like, it's a little bit of a tough love. Let's just say it like that. But honestly, it does feel very painful. I really recommend that you sit with yourself, guys, and really figure out yourself and letting go, work on healing the things in you, creating that life of yourself with it for yourself, and so forth. So get on that. Is it possible to exchange consciousness with your twin? I feel his feelings, but don't think of him. I think about money, but I'm manifesting it. Am I unconsciously obsessed with him? Unconsciously obsessed. I don't believe you can be. I truly feel like is it a conscious thing? I don't know. That's an interesting question, I have to admit. Consciousness. Yes, you can exchange consciousness. You share the same subconscious mind. The rest of the question, I'll admit, all right. So this is how the universe works, okay? Because if all of this information is still not registering, you're like, I don't know how to end my obsessive thoughts about my twin, about money. Like, I still have these things that come up out of me. Like, I just can't figure this out. I'm trying, I'm doing my best. Or I'm not even really thinking about them. But any questions like that, let me tell you, the universe understands you. Now you're going to be like, what's the point of this whole video, 𝐿? No, you really do have to end the obsessive thought. And eventually you reach that point where you don't feel that obsession with your twin, with money. You just don't feel the obsession. And you're just simply being. And that's it. And stuff like that. Eventually you reach that point. But the universe understands you. I know when I was manifesting money before, I had released a lot of blocks around it, and it's just totally in the flow of it. I was like, I really want to have, but I don't know if it's going to come on time. I don't know if it's, and the universe was pretty much like, we got you, because you have that intention already, because there is that intention of manifesting the money. There is that inner knowing that you're meant to be together with your twin flame. The universe is on it. All right. still the obsessive thoughts get in the way. So you work on healing that, but the universe understands you and works with you because the intention is there. All right, a little confusing, but something like that. And when I understood that, I knew the money was coming. I was like, oh wow, thank you, universe, because that's how much you are loved. It really is. All right, we don't push them away. It is them who push away. Let's be clear. Energy does push them away. It really does. Fear, having fear, negative thoughts. What else? Yeah, all of those. Thinking so much about the future. Like, I don't know if they're going to, are they going to put I want to be in this way and this particular place in my life. And where are they? They're showing where. I want to clarify this, okay? Because this is not a twin flame thing. This is how it has been. Obsessively thinking about anyone or anything keeps them at a distance. The energy feels like it's too much. They don't know how to come forward. And having those thoughts move you away from experiencing connection with yourself, and people can only mirror that to you. All right. So think about like previous relationships when if you were feeling like, oh, I'm afraid they're going to do something to break off this connection. Like for example, I'm afraid they're going to cheat on me, and then it shows up. Anything that you were afraid of in your previous connection, and you're like, I'm trying to make it happen that they don't do this. I'm doing everything I can. I'm doing all the nice stuff so that they don't leave me. And then they leave. And you're like, okay, I don't understand that. I was trying. It's because the energy was on them, not you, them. And it felt like it was too much. And chances are you weren't taking care of yourself as much as you really needed to, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And let's just say it's that. And manifesting is a huge key. The universe is always listening to you. So you always want to be careful of what you're manifesting. So it occurred to me, I can't trust my intuition because of severe narcissistic abuse. 25 years until he died, it causes mistrust of people in relationship harder to overcome than non-traumatized people. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so that brings me back to what I had mentioned about trauma and the wounds. They are intense. People can be like, oh, why do you push away a great thing? What great thing? That trauma, there's that trauma lens makes it hard to see, even if it's like the most wonderful. I have seen, let me tell you this, I have seen where, and this was before twin flame stuff came into my life, where someone would take a person on a date, right? At night, they have a fabulous time together. They're in a relationship, enjoying, and he's spending on her and everything. Literally by the next morning when she wakes up, oh, you don't love me. It's like, what? And I'm like wrapping my head around this, and I'm like, he just treated you last night. No, he doesn't love me because of this, and that. Trauma will do those things to you. It certainly requires healing. It is not your fault. All these things that had happened is not your fault. They are learned patterns from when you were younger, and your subconscious mind is holding on tightly to them. And it causes situations to show up in your reality because it exists there. It requires healing, and you can heal from it. Okay. I am in that loop and year, and the most I express my love, the most he runs and goes. And when I start feeling guilty if I did something wrong. Boy, we can go on forever with this. I just really like the comments. How many more comments I have? Ooh, there's a lot. All right, I'll try to answer them shortly. This is an inner thing. Okay, this is all inner work. Now, don't shoot the messenger. Okay, how much do you love yourself? How much love do you have for yourself? Do you, and I'm just asking this, I'm not saying specifically for you. Do you sometimes hide in the corner and feel alone and unloved and uncherished and anything like that? You feel lonely, but yet you're expressing love to someone. It's like, yet you don't feel it inside. Okay. The person connects with what's going on inside of you, not the words that you're saying. That's what they connect with. And when you develop that love you have within yourself, guess what gets mirrored back to you? It's all inside of yourself. And plus, it is a mirror, but this person might not feel safe with love. This is how that connection works. It's like typical core wound, different scenario. So you're like, I express my love, he runs, I don't know if I can do it again. And for this person, for him, it's like, all right, she expressed love. Love, what is that? Every time I heard I love you, I got hurt. Like I'm totally numb to the idea of it. I've been hurt too many times, people in my past. Like you just never really know. And things like that. It just simply requires healing. And in time, the two of you will be able to open up about what really is going on inside of you. Hello, hello. And let me see. I did say I'm going to go through this quickly. So it's not showing me who it is here inside of YouTube. All right. Bless you. There are still some great people who will love and care, who will love you and care. There definitely is. There definitely is. I do have to say, when you feel a pull to a particular person, that's a different story. But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter who. Heal for you. And you're not healing for anyone else. Okay. I definitely looked at Stefan Speaks Too. He helped me to see what a real woman is. My trauma came from relatives and past relationships, but I've healed so much. Wonderful. Glad for that. I know he has a channel for women and for men. Okay. Just putting it out there. Cause I'm manifesting the stuff. Something tells me we'll meet. Okay. Yes, my reality completely shifted. Okay, thank you. This makes sense why he ran. Thanks. And I'm pretty sure that I can feel him all the time, especially since this purging phase started. So when those feelings come up, which is all the time, just observe them and move on. Follow your intuition. Whenever you have a question like that, what do I do with all of this? Like, what am I doing? Ask, go within. Connect with yourself. I cannot give you these answers unless it's channeled in and stuff like that. Go within. Your answers are there. Okay. All right. And I don't really feel the obsession anymore, with exception to when I'm going through something and feel deep sorrow. Then I feel like I need to talk to him because he's the only one who'll understand. Okay. You said the word feeling. Feel. This is your soul. Your soul knows. Everything after feel is from a soul level. You feel like you need to talk to him because he's the only one who will understand. And chances are he feels the same way too. Or eventually he'll be awakened to that after experiencing all these different things with everybody else and saying, okay, no one understands me except Sally. I think that's your first name. No one gets me. I'm tired of these people who just don't get me. In that case, these things happen. All right. Are you in physical union? Yes. And I have to say it was a work in progress. It was definitely a work in progress to get there. And why doesn't the third party push them away when they're needy? Why do they seem to be okay with their pushing energy? Third party when they're needy. I'm not quite sure if that's true though. Because I'm not quite, I feel like I need like more of that. Third party do push needy people away. Okay. But there is what we call trauma bond. that keeps the person tied to this third party. All right. This is what I know about that needy energy. That needy energy doesn't do anyone justice anywhere, and so forth. The third party is going to stick around because there's an interest there. Like, all right, I have money, I have a house, I have a fancy life, I have someone who's available to me when I'm feeling lonely. I have like there's this needy this thing that isn't really going to cause them to push them away. But looks are deceiving. It looks like the third party might be feeling okay with it, but if you really take a look at that connection with a needy person, you'll find out they get treated like I don't know what. Being needy doesn't service anyone at all. I don't care if it's with a narcissistic person, you feel super needy in that connection, of someone who's just avoidant and you feel super needy towards them and that kind of stuff. It doesn't serve anyone justice. Okay. And thank you. You're welcome. Does the masculine twin go through dark night of soul to like me? Yeah, that happens. Here, like soul shock, especially when they go through a soul shock experience. Yeah, absolutely. How do you know when you are healing, when you're feeling better? When the things that used to matter a lot to you, the things that you just feeling better. You're feeling better, you're feeling grounded, you're within, you're experiencing more joy in life, you're manifesting easily. All of these things, you will feel it internally. Why is it that when I'm trying to not ruminate on my twin, I start getting synchronicities like crazy? That is the universe pulling you back in. It says, you think you're going somewhere? Come back. Get back in here, okay? And the universe does it for both of you and so forth. When in turn, make me think of him more. Yeah, the universe will do that. Definitely the universe will do that. So we push them away with our energy, and so they run. When they're with the karmic, they stay with them even though the karmic is needy. As long as there is that energy, they're choosing the karmic. They don't want me. I'm not lovable. They're better with them. All of this push, just go towards that person. Okay. You got to heal that energy so that they can begin to hear themselves more and build a connection with their inner voice, with the universe, beyond their path, because there is a path. They can see things clearly. Yes, that can't have those things. They never stop. That is so true. Universe never stop. I just meant, how do you deal with feeling them and their feelings all the time and not focusing on them and obsessive thoughts? Surrender. Just surrender. And just feel it. You know, when you're feeling their energy, and there are times your twin will feel your energy and so forth. Like I'm not going to say there is 100% of the time, there's no feeling of energy anywhere there. The key thing is that most of the time you're not sitting in that obsessive thought, feeling, and things like those. All right. But when you're feeling their energy, surrender to it. Anytime you fight, you resist something, it just creates turmoil within yourself. But again, what I'm hearing is ask your intuition. You know, that's one of my favorites. I'm like, universe, am I doing this too much? Or your twin's higher self, or whatever, that this person may not be able to express to you. You know, maybe they're like, I don't know, something about your energy right now that I'm just not, like, what is it? Like, can't really explain to you what's going on. But you can certainly find out from your intuition. Be in connection. Let it guide you. All right. It's irritating, but now I am numb. Oh, I know the feeling. Natalie, I am seeing his name nonstop. His name is Common Chris, but it is haunting me now. Universe. I say it's the universe. It could be manifesting, but there's more to it than that. This was clarification to my last question. I am clinical lab manager, and someone called me on my work phone and Chris popped up on it. Was another manager, my stomach dropped low. Yeah, yep, constant reminders. My twin's name is super, super common. Too low, unhand me from these shackles, universe. I'm cackling. Surrender, guys, surrender. And begin to live your best life. I'm telling you. So it's not just me going crazy. You will get your happy ending soon. Just keep living. And when you see these things, just laugh it off. Yeah, just say, thank you, universe. Thank you for guiding me, for leading me on my path. And this can be with anything, anything. When you're seeing signs like you're trying to manifest money, you want to manifest some great things in life, and the universe likes to throw a video at you, throw reminders, and it is a reminder that you're on this path. Okay, and it's like universe being your cheerleader. Like, some of you are like, that's not fair though. Surrender, surrender, release that word. I'm looking for the resistance around it. Just surrender. Okay. All I have is my soul to guide me. I'm happy though. I'm happy as hell. I've leveled up so much in the last year. Thank you, universe. Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. All right. So I feel a message to give to all of you, because there's often this question, like, why are we going through this? Like, why do we experience this type of stuff along the journey, right? And I truly feel that when you begin to look at other areas of your life and let go of the focusing on your twin flame and work together with your intuition, definitely manifest. Learn about manifesting, like really going with your intuitive guidance, allowing it to lead, and watch what unfolds. It'll help you understand why this connection exists and why the universe is leading you into it. Because there is a greater purpose, a greater amount of healing. You know, for so long we lived in, I don't know, the matrix. We were unhappy. We were going according to what society told us to do. Manifesting, like, what was that? No one was really teaching this stuff. You have to work super hard to get what you want. What you want is unattainable, and all of this kind of stuff. And the universe has stepped in and is like, listen, enough of this. I'm giving you your blessings, the things that you came here on earth for, what you came to do here, for you to remember who you are. You forgot who you are. We didn't. And so we're guiding you. So take a look at these other areas, because once everything starts falling in place and making sense, you will understand your connection so much more and why the universe does the things that it does. All right. Like, really begin to understand other things instead of trying to make sense of your twin flame connection. That connection will just unfold on its own. Okay. And so let's see. Oh, yeah. I am ending this live high vibe Q. I know I'm always going to say it wrong and that kind of stuff, but I am bringing this live to an end. Truly, truly connect with yourself. Set the intention that you're getting to know who you are. Connect with your inner person who's looking for something in this connection, right? And be sure to register for my Attract Your Twin Flame, Manifest Your Dreams 14-day challenge. We're starting on Sunday, where you'll receive lots of tools, all the tools necessary to understand this connection. People do say that I explain it in a practical way that's easier to understand and stuff like that. You know how I am. I'm that metaphysical stuff, a practical way to help you really understand how this connection works and how to really connect with yourself. All right. Thank you. Love that you guys hopped on and commented. I have lots of love for you guys. I'll catch you next time. Bye.